Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, happy day to you. I am Spifftastic Me here with my good friend Julik Juk, casting the first of the preseason games in the Overwatch Community Cup. It is. Top left is going to be your Boston Downsizing. Top right is going to be your Shanghai Staggered. Julik, welcome back to the cast, sir.
Why, thank you, and hello everyone. We are here to witness an exciting match that I am personally extremely interested in seeing how Shanghai Staggered are gonna perform.
Absolutely, and we get to start off on Hanamura. Hanamura, your assault map, of course. Capture the point, then capture the next point. Pretty simple, back and forth. What do you like to see here on defense for the first point here on Hanamura?
On the first point, I would like to see one team run a Sombra, but I highly doubt that they're gonna be able to do that. I haven't seen a Sombra really in play for this particular map and this particular game type. But I feel like if they have a Sombra, I think whoever team can actually benefit from it pretty big.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to see that. I'm also looking to see crowd control, like a Mei perhaps. She's very popular on this map on defense, and at Roadhog maybe. But I think we're going to stick around with Boston, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Boston's going to be a first on defense. They're not going to go with any of those people we were talking about, but Mei, of course, very perfect for this first door because her Mei wall does kind of cover the entire entryway, the main entryway, and if she was up on top, she could actually block the window. But right now, they are kind of going to be running a Genji and McCree on DPS. We do have Mark, we have Refuse, we have Skylap, we have Willow, we have Shadow, we have Greco, and we're going to have healers of Lucio and Moira. We're going to see the tanking team of Ryan Zarya. I'm looking forward to that. And what do we have on attack?
On attack, we have Run Lee on Lucio, Star on Widow, Ranger on Ryan, Chicken on Winston, Mirari on Mercy, and Super King on Reaper.
Right now, they are doing a lot of good poke. They go with the Winston Ryan, which is a little different. You don't usually see that together. Stun almost taking him down. Monkey jumping in the back. We do have a Reaper that already kind of is hoping to stop the flank of the Genji in the background. Shadow getting really low right there. There's a lot of brawling going on. What do you got?
Yeah, interesting tanks push here with the Winston and the Ryan on attack. They didn't really quite pay it out. Now that we got the Winston and the entire Shanghai team pulling back to regroup since they lost their main tank to Lucio or Refus.
Now, Boston doing a fantastic job. Wiley almost getting knocked down by that Winston, but good call out. The Moira got him right back up. Good heals back and forth. It seems like there's great communication going on with Boston on defense because we did have the Genji in the back trying to mess with the Reaper who was trying to flank. So good back and forth and good healing on both sides. Shatter going to come down and going to get both the Greco and Willow down the ground. And counter Shatter. You're just going to get Ranger, but that's going to be followed up by a charge. Super King does take down Willow. We're going to have Coalescence coming out here on defense. Ranger does go down. Super King does take down the Willow. And then Shadow also getting the Mirari, unfortunately. So that's going to be, that's probably going to have to push Shanghai all the way back to re-push. Widow not getting at least any necessary picks in the background as best she can. Good shielding from defensive team. There are some ults coming up online right now. Oh, Rune Lee up here on the top. Kind of flanking back here with the Monkey right now.
And we have Mark here trying to clear out the back. He knows there's someone around here, and that is Chicken. Chicken is stuck here in the back with his Lucio, trying to wait for the right moment to jump in while the entire team pushes in the choke with the main tank.
Ryan is just now making his way back for Boston. There goes out the Valkyrie from Mirari. Jeff Blossom comes out, not getting anyone necessarily, unfortunately. We do have a Ryan charge. That does get finished off Super King, but they are going to start fighting on the point. Unfortunately, Star, who is trying to get some picks, unfortunately not finding a lot, was going to be here on the point, perhaps just maybe possibly die. I'd like to see him switch if he can. That Widow ult, letting everyone see the wall hacks, may not have been the best advantageous point. And Star does switch over to a Soldier, a good switch here. We do have one ult on the attacking side for Shanghai. Rune Lee is going to have that beat drop, but we still have almost four ults on the defensive Boston side. We have Genji Blade, we have the Lucio dropping the beat, we have Shatter, and we also will have a grab almost towards the end of this next fight.
We are with the Ryan here on the attack, and we're going to drop the beat from Shanghai's side.
And right now it is...
Go ahead and try to dive the back line.
Wiley did get off the McCree to switch to Widow to partially go back and forth. That is a Shatter that's going to get Shadow on the ground. You guys get bubbled by the Zarya. Here comes Eugene No KO Ken. Not going to find Mirari. Sinek going to finish off Ranger. And right now is a fighting on the point. A great Shatter gets Star and Ruling on the ground. That charge is not needed and he goes very far. But that is going to be enough to finish off Star. And right now we're going to be doing cleanup from Boston on to Shanghai.
Super King on the right side trying to get some picks. He does manage to get the main tank for Boston, but he's going to go ahead and try to play smart and retreat. Try to get back to his group, but I don't think that's going to be possible. So he's just going to go ahead and...
Mark is trying to find him. It's going to be a fight between the Genji and the Reaper. Reaper is using his Ghost Form to get away. He's getting close. He might get out.
Nope.
Be able to get out. A lot of damage coming out. It does get saved. Great heals. He does still have Death Blossom, so keeping him alive was pretty big. Right now, a Ranger is moving forward, trying to lock in. Here comes dropping down to Death Blossom. Is going to go Willow. Ranger going to charge and get Skynet. A grab, unfortunately, not going to be able to put a lot of damage and follow up. But we do right now have the members of Shanghai do push forward through Boston's defense, and they are going to get this first point.
Interesting that Super King decided to pull back, but not far enough. He was trying, though. That was the end goal. But what he did do was break the team apart in the defensive side. Boston was split up. They were all trying to focus the Reaper not to get away, to stagger him a little bit more, but that seemed to counterplay for them because that made him just open up space for the main tank to push and the entire team.
Right now on defense, we do have double kind of flanking heroes. Willow did get off the, I call him Willy, or Willu. I don't know how to say his name properly. We're going to call him Will. He did get off the McCree and go to a Tracer. Now we have a Tracer, Genji kind of being the main thing. Charging on both Ryans. He's going to go down. It's going to be the Shadow that falls down first, 2-star. Right now, Shanghai is getting forward, and we'd have a Visor coming out and a Valkyrie. A lot of things. Shatter is going to get down one to just finish off Refuge, unfortunately. Star is going to take down Greco, and right now it is Valk and Visor that is pushing a lot of Boston back right now. Will is kind of getting on point, doing good staggering stalling as best he can. Shatter is going to get down Runely, Mirai, and Shigenugger on the ground, but thanks to Lucio's ulti, they are still alive. Mark does find Ranger with that blade. Another Death Blossom does get Refuse, unfortunately, back on the ground. Greco is going to find us to get Super King down. Mirai does get Ranger back up on it. Is still possibly a win for here on Shanghai. Boston needs to get back and group up as best they can. Mark is doing a lot of good job of trying to stall as best he can. Greco's doing a lot of great healing on Moira. Right now we have Sync Bop on from Zarya right there. And it looks like Boston is going to be getting a lot more reses up right now. They need to start getting some picks. Need to focus some people down because Supersonic is being... he does finally go down. Star does get him down. Greco falls to Chicken Nugget.
Great
Mark
play
doing
by
it.
Shadow.
Angry Monkey, and just right now we do have another sound barrier. A lot of sound barriers this game. I'm loving to see that. Will doing great kills on Star and Ranger. They both fall. There is a tick and a half, tick and a third for Shanghai. Not bad on their second attack here on second point for Hanamura. Well done.
With a little bit of skill and a lot of luck, Shadow, Boston Ryan, was able to push out 2 players from the point and was able to push them down to the first level of the map, of the second point, and that threw away their entire push.
Yes.
They did manage to get a tick, so Shanghai is feeling a little confident here, but that was a key play by Shadow Curve.
All right, positioning right now from both teams. Shanghai going to go this top point, trying to keep the high ground as best they can. Charge is not going to go down. Shadow Club is going to go down to Super King. Here comes Mark's blade right now. Going to find nobody yet, but Will does get really down. Another freaking Visor coming out from Star that's going to get Refuge on the point. Biggest Marks as he tries to jump down. And it's going to be Tracer going down as well. But Sky does get him down finally at the end. Greco is going to get destroyed by Super King. And it's still going to be a fantastic hold. That is a few more percentage points in the favor of Shanghai, however. And it's going to be Reaper here. Is going to be staggered. No pun intended for Shanghai. Chicken Nugget going to be trying to run away. His jump is down. He might be able to get away. Mark is trying to get him. And that's going to be another stagger for Shanghai. Staggered on this second point.
Another great defensive play by Boston. I do like the aggressiveness from Shanghai. They are sticking together. They are picking a path and pushing up. The only concern that I have is that the tank comp, a Ryan and a Winston, do they complement each other? We'll see if they get the point. That'll answer my question.
I believe Chicken Nugget is trying to stay on the Winston for both the Tracer and the Genji, which I can agree with. Perhaps they might be switching maybe to a getting an off healer. Runely is getting great heals and ults, but a Brigitte might be able to be a better counter than both those. But so right now we do have the Shanghai coming up on the high ground again. Not a lot of ults except for the Shatter and another Death Blossom. Valkyrie will be up soon. So will the Runely's dropping the beat. They are going to be moving down through the back to come all the way in the behind the point. Great pick right now. We do have a lot of ults on both sides. Shatter is going to get Greco, Refuge, and Sky both on the ground. A counter Shatter does finish off Super King before he can use his Death Blossom. But that is a grab coming up from Boston. A lot of swinging, and the only follow-up they had was Shadow swinging his club. Not enough damage to finish him off. Wild does get Star. Mariah gets his heal. It's a res back up on Super King, who immediately uses Death Blossom. Not going to do anything except get Mark at the very, very end. Right now we have Will and Sky being on the point right now, trying to just stall for time. Greco is on the point. Shadow Club did get knocked down. He's just now getting back up. He comes back to swing his hammer as best he can. A shatter, big shatter gets Shigenugger and Mirai down, but he does fall to Super King before anybody can follow up. They are in overtime right now. They have half the point. Here comes out another blade from Mark. Gets Runely first, going for Super Nut. Right, he goes into the Wraith form to get away. Gonna get finished off by Shigenugger. Sky does get in for Mirai, does go down thanks to Sky. It is a back and forth right now. The spawning time is going to be increasing for Boston. Greco finishing off Star. Right after that, we have Will finishing off Shigenugger. Right now, Boston has a solid defense, and it's just Ranger here swinging his hammer. And he's unfortunately going to get off the point. He's going to get shielded and going to get strung, but a great defense by Boston, getting them into overtime on this first round.
Exactly. Excellent play by Boston, but I would like to point out Refus was playing Lucio and Mark was playing Genji were able to stall the point and get the blade along with the beat, and were able to regroup and manage to contain the attacking side of Shanghai.
Yes.
That was what made that play such a great play. And what's important here to note is that the fact that you need to have the bodies on the point in order for the respawn time to not be affected on the defensive side. I don't know if you knew about that. There's a little.
It's only if the attacking team is on that last point, the more bodies on there, the longer the defensive spawn time will be.
Exactly, and that's what Refus, I guess, I'm assuming he knows about that. He was able to contest as much as possible. Mark was all over the place. Mobility was huge on that defensive play, and that eventually gave them the hold.
I can honestly say I don't remember the last time I saw so many beat drops, and it makes me happy as someone who played Lucio in the early year of Overwatch. So I like seeing a lot of Lucio play. Good boops, especially on that defensive side. Boop somebody on the lower edge. They have to walk all the way around. We saw Shadow having to walk all the way back because he was knocked off, unfortunately, during one of the last fights and pushes there for Boston.
Another key point that I would like to point out that helped Boston was the level of calmness from their main tank. What was his name? I believe it was Shadow. He was holding his ult, his Ryan Shatter, until the Ranger, the other Ryan for Shanghai, used his. So he was essentially trying to counter that particular play, which worked out twice. Twice on the first point and once in the second point.
I love seeing counter shatters, and I love seeing a lot of great plays. Both Ryan's having decent shatters in their own, and just seems who was there to follow up. But on defense for Shanghai, we do see a Mercy and a Zen. We do have we're going to see the Sombra. We are going to see Super King staying on that Reaper. He did a fantastic job last time. We're going to have the Ryan and Zarya here on defense for Shanghai. Right now we see Genji and Widow trying to get up on the high ground, trying to maybe poke through the window just a little bit. Not a lot of verticality here on the defense of Shanghai. They do and both the Ryans just charging into each other. Not going to finish off. Shadow follows the Super King, unfortunately. When it comes down to who's going to win on that Ryan to Ryan charge, it is who can follow up faster. And right now, when there is a Reaper with a Ryan on the ground, he is going to fall very quickly. Mark diving in, trying to finish off Ryan. Unfortunately, he's going to finish off himself. Ranger was really low, so I can understand why Mark wanted to dive in with that dash, hopefully trying to finish him off, but the heals were there.
I'm actually really interested as to how the Sombra on the defense side is going to play out, especially when they have a little mobility on the front line with the D.Va on the Boston side. So let's see if that plays out for them.
Will was get the snipe on the Rune Lee, but he did get res right away. Again, Shatter's going to get both Sky and Mark down on the ground, and Sky's going to get knocked out of mech. So a fantastic Shatter that is going to finish off the rest of the team for Boston on this attack right now. And Super King's going to try and be sneaky up here in this top part.
What a crucial Shatter. What a crucial Shatter. It's something that I'm pretty sure Shadow is a little jealous about right now.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. We on attack. Weil is gonna follow to Super King. That does kind of reveal his position, because Mark's gonna go up there. He is gonna get shielded by the Zarya, and he's gonna come back. And now it's gonna be Boston waiting poking game until we can get the other teammate back. Mark trying to get a lot of ults right now, because it is just that he's almost at Blade. There is almost a self-destruct. We do have Coalescence, and we do have the beat drop. There goes Coalescence, trying to help Ryan as he goes forward, but Shadow does fall to Star. The Death Blossom not be able to find anybody thanks to there's Transcendence. And that's just another bunch of kills here for Shanghai. Right now it is a Sky here in the back on the D.Va. He should have maybe dived off as soon as he could. Because they're going to stagger him. You need to run off, sir. That's quite a common tactic. If D.Va is kind of the last one, and she is knocked out of mech, to stagger them, they will not kill her. or just kind of let her be.
As impressive as that hold was, they used a lot of ult. So their ult
They did.
economy is now depending on a Sombra Zarya combo with no other ult to follow, but just the fact that they won't have any shields to diminish any damage coming from the attack inside Shanghai.
That is.
So
but,
we'll see how
yes.
this has to be a crucial EMP if they want to be able to hold this.
A
because
grabbed
they
EMP will allow the Rhine to just barrel into him. Super King, if he's there, he'll do a lot of damage as well, because there's no real counter to that EMP in the grab. Both charging again, and right now a nerf this is coming out. Is going to catch nobody except for Super King. Mark does get Blade down to hit Rune Lee in the face, and that is going to be a solid push through for Boston, while getting that fantastic picks from the Widow. And right now it is just Star trying to do some stalling, maybe perhaps, because right now their Chicken's coming forward as well. Didn't think they were going to try and contest, but it is going to be a fantastic push for Boston to get this first point. Just under a minute left. They are going to get some more time to get to the second point and get 50.4% to get the win.
All right, and they're looking to go tap right here, trying to keep that momentum. We'll see if Shadow is able to land a really key shatter on this right side.
It's going to be Shatter. We do not have any other ults that are going to be online anytime soon. They are pushing forward, doing a lot of great poke right now. Mark has decided to jump down. Charge does get Shadow does get just pinned, but he does. Ranger goes down instead, thanks to the fantastic heals. Rune Lee does finish off Shadow, however. Right now, both main tanks are down. Decent trade. While getting a picking off Rune Lee, Chicken Dog are going to get Mark in the background. Greco is hacked and trying to run away on the left side, getting chased down by Sombra. And for the rest of the team right now, it is Boston that's needing to fall back. Moira still on the under enemy lines with the wall hack up. We want to see him possibly regroup with the rest of his team. He is way out. He is waiting for his Genji, possibly to move in for a flanking attack. But the rest of the team is moving forward on the top right again, while getting some good picks on that last push, and especially when he gets Super King out of position, not necessarily in a res position. Shadow Cub coming forward. A Shatter comes out from Shadow. That is it. Get a lot of people to charge. Comes out. Ranger falls down. Rune Lee goes down. Mariah goes down as both healers down for Shanghai. Coalescence is just kind of finishing them off, and that is going to be a win for Boston. Downsizing. What a fantastic Shatter coming out from Shadow, and a great follow-up from the rest of his team.
So I didn't get to see a gameplay EMP from the Sombra on the defensive side.
Unfortunately, no.
But we did see a Reinhardt shatter that won them the game for Boston. From that shatter alone, he was able to pick both supports.
And here's that shatter. Since the Rhine was down, he was able to shatter unabashed, unworriedly to get stop between the both teams, and great shatters from both sides. I love to see that. There's going to be a 5-minute intermission, and then we'll be right back.